Welcome to another tutorial session of this course program. In this tutorial session, we are going to learn how to apply beam labels on our general arrangement drawing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to select this text and duplicate it using the copy command. Then I will edit it to place my beam labels. So I'm going to type capital letter BM space 230 wide space by 600 deep beam. I'm going to click on an empty space on my screen to end the command. This is how I normally denote my beam on my general arrangement drawing. As you can see, this label consists of three main parts. The BM stands for beam, the 230W stands for the width of the beam. So when you see 230W, you read it as 230 wide beam, while the 600 DP represents the overall depth of the beam. So this third part of the label represents 600 deep beam. So if I want to read this label in full, I will say this is a 230 wide by 600 deep beam. Now I'm going to apply color to this beam label to make it look more attractive. I'm going to use the blue color. I will select the text, right click on my mouse, click on property, then I will change the color to blue. Also, I want my beam label to to be blue in color, just like the column or wall labels. So I've applied the color to the label. Now I'm going to close the property tab. Now I select the tab, and now I will move it to this corner of the building, this corner of the drawing. We looking at the label, we need to reduce the size of the text height because the label looks um, too big. I'm going to select it, and I'll change its text height property to a smaller value. Text height property is 400. I'll change it to say 300. I say it looks okay. I like it at 300. I will close the property tab. Then I will move my label to be a bit closer to the grid line A. This beam label that is placed along grid line A represents the beam dimension of beam A1 to 7. So um, it means that beam A1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7 are 230 by 6, 230 wide by 600 deep beam. So I am only using a single label to represent the 6 beam along the line A. I will not duplicate this label for all the 6 beam because I don't want my beam to be cluttered. I will only um I will only put more than one label along a grid line if the dimension of the beam is different. So assuming let's say beam from grid line A to grid line A1 to 3 is total by 600 and grid line A3 to 5 is say 230 by 750. I will place a beam label here to denote um the property of the beam from 1 to 3, which is constant, and I will copy this label and place it at 3 to 4, then change the depth of this beam to 75 to 750. So how you read the beam label here, this beam label represent the dimension of the beam 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, while this beam label represent dimension from 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. But this is not my intention to have different beam property on one line. I will select this text and delete it. So this beam label represents dimension of the 6 beams in this direction. I will copy this text, I will select this text and I will duplicate it for grid line B1 to 7. So I move it downward. However, you will see that the beam label interferes with my column label. So what you can do here, you can select the text and move it to the right hand side. So here, this single beam label represent the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 beams along grid line B. You do that for grid line C. I will select the label and duplicate it using the copy command, and then I'll move it vertically downward for grid line C 1 to 2. So I want the dimension of the beam to read 230 by 600 also. Do the same thing for grid line D1 to 2, beam D1 to 2. I will copy the text, I will select the text and duplicate it using the copy command. So, and place it here. So I will adjust it a bit. Mm. This beam is a staircase beam, a beam supporting the staircase and block wall. The beam does not support suspended slab, so I want to change this property to 450. So this is 230 by 450 D beam. I will copy this beam label and duplicate it for grid line E. So I copy it and I will place it. I'll place it somewhere here. However, you will see that the beam label is on my dimension. So I can move dimension downward so that the drawing will be neater. So I moved the dimension downward. um it's too far. Let me move it closer. So it's okay like this. Okay. Um, there's also one beam remaining in the horizontal direction that we have not labeled um, at the line C, 6, 8 to 7. This beam here. So I'm going to copy this label. I'm going to duplicate this label here and paste it here. So I'll move it backward a bit. 230 wide by 600 dB. Now I've labeled all my beams in the horizontal direction. What we'll do now, we'll label the beam in the vertical y direction. That is beam 1, beam 1 A to D, A to D. So we want to label the beam in the vertical direction. So we'll start with the beam along the line 1. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to select this text. I will copy it. I will duplicate the beam label at this point. Now I will rotate the text at an angle of 90 degree, and also I will rotate the text at an angle of 90 degree by selecting the text by clicking on the property, then changing the rotation value to 90 degree. I don't like how it's reading from bottom to top. I want the beam label to be read top to bottom. So I'll change it to two. I'll change the rotation angle to 270, and I'll close the property tab. So this is my beam label that have been rotated. So what I'll do now, I'll select the label, move it using this base point here, and then I'll place the beam label close to the beam along the line 1. So I've placed the beam along the line 1. So this beam label now represents the property of the beam from A to B, B to C, and C to D. However, my beam here is a staircase beam, and I want the dimension of the beam to be 230 by 450. So what I will do, I will I will duplicate this label for beam 1 C to D, and edit the label to 450. So change the label 600 to 450. So what the two labels here, what does these two labels mean along the line 1? The first label 200 by 600 represent the property of of beam A1 of beam along the line 1 A to C, while this beam label represents the property of beam along the line 1 C to D. I'll do the same thing for beam along the line 2. This is also a staircase beam, so this is a 450 deep beam, while these two beams they support suspended slab. So I want this two beam to be 600 mm deep. So I will select these two label to duplicate it along the line 2. So I will use this point as my base point. and paste at this point. Okay, so if we created the label along the line 2, when I zoom into this label interface with with our column label. So what I will do now, I will select this text, this label, and move it to the other side of the beam. No, I won't do that. Um, Let me move the column label. I will move the column labels instead to make it look better. I'll move the column label here, say to this point. I'll move the column label here downward. So I will duplicate this label for the line beam along the line 3A to C. So I've selected the label. I will copy it to for grid line 3. I'll do the same thing for grid line 4. I'll do the same thing for grid line 5. I'll do the same thing for grid line 6. And do the same thing for grid line 7. We also need to place a beam label for grid line 6A. So I'm going to duplicate this label and copy it from this base point. Let me remove the auto command. I'll paste it here. So now I have successfully placed beam labels on my drawing. So this beam label denotes the property of the two beams found along the line 6A, this beam and this beam. So this will mark the end of this tutorial session since we have completed the tutorial objective. In our next session, we're going to create a table for the column. We're going to create column schedule table, column or wall schedule table for our labels. Thank you.